morning. Good morning. I love it. I love it. That's great. Today is a beautiful day to be out here in the park at Campbell Park. It's a very exciting day. We've got many different things going on today. Today we're going to dedicate the remodeled, the renewed Campbell Park Playground. I thought that I had coined this phrase, but Phil Whitehouse and Mike Vineyard told me that I didn't. Last night it came to me, I wanted to start calling our playgrounds imagination stations. Yeah. I thought that would be kind of a neat twist. This playground here to my left can be a space shuttle, it can be a castle, it can be City Hall, it can be anything. It can be anything that the kids want it to be. And I think we have heard again and again that our kids today don't get outside enough, that they don't play in the sun, that they don't get away from the computers, the technology. I see some parents looking at some kids, giving them the nod. This is an exciting time. I'm happy to tell you that we have a mayor and a deputy mayor that support health and wellness for our youth, for all of our citizens. But today is an especially special day because we're unveiling a new playground that is fully wheelchair accessible. In our Parks and Rec system, most of our playgrounds are ADA accessible, but this particular playground is fully wheelchair accessible, which is hugely important for our community. A playground in a community really can create a sense of place. It can give children a place to belong, a place to dream, a place to learn, and that's really what we're here to do. So I want to thank a special group today. Most of the time, our playgrounds are funded through Penny for Pinellas funding. This particular playground, when our original playground was at end of life, we reached out to a group of volunteers called CAPI, and that stands for the Committee to Advocate for Persons with Impairments. And we've got Lindell Wright. I've lost him here in the crowd. There he is. When we met with CAPI, we really reached out and wanted to know, how do we design this playground to make it the most accessible? What do we need to do to make this playground inviting and usable for everyone in the community? And that's key. I'm happy to report that CAPI worked with us, helped us with the design, actually added amenities to the playground. We have a nature's table over on the far north side where children can wheel up and can have different textures to experience and different activities there. I'm also happy to say that CAPI helped chip in with a donation towards this playground. The Parks and Recreation Department has a significant relationship with CAPI. CAPI has helped us. They've donated money for our special therapeutic bus where we can transport folks that are in wheelchairs. We have a great, amazing relationship with the folks from CAPI. Jen French is the chairman of CAPI. Unfortunately, she got stuck in DC. She's advocating for ADA laws currently, so definitely an exciting time. I wanted to take a minute to thank CAPI, to thank them for their involvement and for their contribution. Without further ado, I want to turn the mic over to our mayor, Mayor Rick Kriseman.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I know for the kids that are here today, I'm sure you'd much rather be in school than be here today, correct? I didn't think so. Well, welcome, and we are very pleased to be here today. And as Mike was saying, this is a really important ceremony today because it is a new playground that we're going to be rededicating here that is accessible, and it's one of 5 in the city that is wheelchair accessible. So it's a playground that all of our citizens, no matter what their abilities, have the opportunity to enjoy. And that's really important to us here in St. Pete, and especially to my deputy mayor and I, who are also thrilled to be standing here in the south section of the city, opening and dedicating another amenity in our goal to try and bring equality and opportunities to all areas of the city that are equal. So it is a great day. I want to thank all of our staff from Leisure Services and Parks and Recreation for a job well done. Thank you to CAPI for your assistance again, and as you all have stepped up once again to help make this city more diverse and more inclusive, something that we are all very proud of and work toward every day. And we want to encourage people to come down and enjoy this playground. And even though, as we like to say, the sun shines on us every day here in St. Petersburg, if you're at this playground, there is some shade opportunities. So looking forward to cutting the ribbon, and thank you all for being here today.
Next, I would like to introduce our Deputy Mayor, Dr. Kanika Tomlin.
Thank you, Mike. Just a few quick words. When I was a small child, just about the age of the children who are here gathered with us, I came to summer camp right here at Campbell Park. It's where I learned to swim. You know, it's where I learned the importance of teamwork and sportsmanship. It's where I made many friendships that endure until this day. And so I understand firsthand the importance of having resources available that shape our children's lives. And we are so pleased to be here today to dedicate this park, and so proud to know that that same commitment our city had that helped to shape my future and my opportunities continues in a robust way today. So as a city, we'll enjoy this park. We'll continue to build many more and have a great time in our great city. Thanks for being here today.
If you work for the Parks and Recreation Department, if you could raise your hand, please. Excellent. Thank you guys very much. I did miss one other manager. We've got Lynn Gordon, who we were able to steal from the legal department and pull her into the Parks and Rec. So, Lynn has not stopped smiling ever since we pulled her over. So we're very blessed to have her. I was able to share with the mayor as he walked up our exciting news, but the deputy mayor has not heard this. Today is Take Your Child to Work Day. And before you have the parents and the children of the Parks and Recreation Department that are participating. And today, they're going to help us with this dedication. Each child's going to hold a pair of scissors and help the two of you cut the ribbon. So we're really excited about that.
2, 1, cut!
I'm the Parks and Recreation Manager with the City of St. Petersburg, and I am happy to be here and even happier to celebrate this beautiful weekend. It's our 28th annual Green Thumb Festival. What a great show, what a great festival, and what a great showing. We're so happy everybody's here. I do need to thank some certain people because this would not happen if it was not for these people. We have a lot of partnerships that help us put this festival on. We actually meet year-round. It is a volunteer group, so when you see people in these shirts, they are people who put in a lot of hours to make sure this runs. So we want to take time to say thank you to them. They do a really, really good job for us, and we're thankful to have them. Starting off with Florida Native Growers Landscape Association, I never can say that right, FNGLA. They help us out. They do the silent auction. Tool sharpening, all those tools that are being sharpened. P-Tech, the students, the horticulture students are here doing our plant diagnostic for us, soil testing. So we can't do it without them. The Garden Club, St. Petersburg Garden Club, wow. What they do for us is more than I can even explain. They cover a lot of programs for us, and we're so thankful. Legacy Arborists, who you just saw today, just as now. They come in and they're doing our Ask an Arborist. They're covering that for us. Of course, the Parks and Recreation Department, the City of St. Petersburg, all of the departments. We have sanitation here, water resources is here, you name it. We've had IT here to get all the speakers working. We tap every department to make this show happen. So can't say enough about all the help we get from all of our city employees. So we thank them for being here. And then, of course, one of our biggest sponsors is Tampa Bay Times. So they're a financial sponsor, and we appreciate all that they do for us. Why do we do Green Thumb? Well, that's pretty simple. 28 years ago, we wanted to be Tree City USA. And one of the requirements to be Tree City USA is to have an Arbor Day celebration. So Green Thumb was born. Green Thumb has grown. Green Thumb started very small and has now grown to what you see today, one of the premier shows in the state of Florida. So we are very proud of it, but we are here because of Tree City USA and our Arbor Day celebration. And Tree City USA, why is that important to us? Because our urban forestry is important to the city of St. Petersburg. We need our trees for a lot of different reasons, outside of the aesthetics, outside of the beauty, outside of the shade, you know, the peacefulness that it provides, the habitat that it provides, but it also provides us clean air, clean water. It helps with the runoff so there's not as much flooding. It actually is bringing up water so our streets won't flood as much. Yes, leaves can be a hassle here or there, but you know what? They go down to mulch, and mulch is good for our soil. So all of this, the trees are just an important aspect for our environment. It's important for us. It makes the neighborhood look so much nicer with all these grown trees going through them. So our urban forestry is important. The City of St. Petersburg, the administration, the Parks and Recreation Department, we are committed to making sure we have a healthy and a great urban forestry. And with that is our commitment to Tree City USA, which is why we have this whole festival going on. So we love our trees, and I am very thankful to present to Mayor Kriseman. First time, we'll see him 4 years in a row. I know we will, 8 years maybe. We're going to present to him Tree City USA 28, our plaque that we hang proudly every year. 28 years, no break. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to him.
Thank you, Linda. Good afternoon, everyone. I am so pleased to be here today with my Deputy Mayor, Dr. Tomlin. You know, Linda said it really well. In fact, she said a lot of the things I was going to say, so that's okay. But I am really happy to be here. 28 years, this event has really grown into something that's just incredible, and it's wonderful to see people from all over the city and actually all over the country and state that come here for this event. You know, recognizing Arbor Day. The other thing that we're really proud of is St. Petersburg was the first green city in the state of Florida. And we continue to look for ways of becoming an even greener city. We're real excited about going to universal curbside recycling. That's coming up very soon. But this event is really special also because of the neighborhood that it's in. And I want to give special props to the Jungle Terrace Civic Association, who is really proud to host this event every year in this park. They are celebrating their 60th birthday as a civic association here in St. Petersburg. So I know that they are very proud to host this every year and are thrilled to have everybody come into the neighborhood. And is this a good time, I think, for me to read the proclamation?
Yes, please, yes.
Wonderful. So I'd like to read a proclamation today. And it reads as such: whereas the city of St. Petersburg wishes to create awareness and appreciation for trees among all the residents of this community. And whereas the city wishes to be designated Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation. And whereas Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas the city supports the concept of Arbor Day and wishes to enhance its tree resources through commemorative plantings on an annual basis. And whereas the city supports being designated a green city through programming to conserve water, plant trees, preserve estuaries and sensitive lands, provide earth-friendly recycling programs, and the city's initiative to reduce its carbon footprint. Now, therefore, I, Rick Kriseman, Mayor of the great city of St. Petersburg, do hereby recognize the observation of Arbor Day through our annual Green Thumb Festival, held on the last weekend of April. I also want to lastly give a special thank you to all the various city departments, from Parks and Rec, Sanitation, Communications, everybody that's been involved in helping to put this on. Tasco, as usual, does a great job. But there's a lot of city employees who are involved in making this happen, and they do it because they love the city and they love this event. So thank you all so much for coming. Visit all the vendors and come back again next year. The sun shines here.
And with that, we're going to keep the mayor up here because we want to do a couple special awards that we do. Every year we do a Green Thumb Award, one for a youth, one for an adult, and it is for their commitment to Arbor Day, to horticulture, to growing, to the environment. So we have 2 outstanding recipients this year. And I'm going to just read, without saying anything, I'm just going to read what our youth award, we're going to do first, what our youth recipient wrote about what he does, and I think it just sums up why we're giving him this award. So, and this award is going to Caleb Bevins. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm going to mess that up, aren't I? John Hopkins, exactly, John Hopkins. So let me read this to you because it really is precious. In the morning, I'm a car rider that gets dropped off. One day, one of my friends, Bradley, showed me the school garden. So then I started going with him to the garden every day. I started learning the fascinating features of plants. Mr. Mack, the farmer, taught me how to take care of plants. He had me use a hoe to chop soil. Chopping soil makes room for plants to grow. Soon he gave me my own row of broccoli, one of my favorites. It's nice to see things that I've never saw before. Mr. Mack always showed me how to plant plants. Usually plants take a while to grow, but if you put a lot of time in it, it only takes them about a month. My favorite plants are tomatoes. They grow in the winter. Sometimes Mr. Mack lets me bring fruits and vegetables home for my family. I love to see smiles on my family's faces. It makes me feel proud and responsible. You don't get paid unless you count fruits and vegetables. Now I can tell you what type of plant is just by looking at it. If I keep my grades up, I might get a scholarship. I owe it all to my friend Bradley Pearson and to the farmer, Mr. Mack. That is why I like gardening. Unfortunately, Caleb cannot be here, is that correct? But farmer Mr. Mack is here to accept the award for him. Come on up. Come on up. Sophie, come on up. I didn't realize that.
She teaches at John Hopkins.
There she's. Get another photo op.
Where's the mom too?
There's Mom. We got a family going on here.
That is cool. There you go.
A lot of our schools now have community gardens, and it really is just a wonderful thing, and we really support it. We love seeing it happen, and John Hopkins, because of Mr. Mack and all the volunteers and the teachers, it has just flourished to be one of the great gardens in our community. Before they all disappear, and as we have the pictures, I'm going to turn this over to Lucinda because she's got one other thing to read, and it'll just fit right on in.
I am so honored to be here with you all. Oh, that's much better?
Yes.
Yeah. After we read Caleb's letter in our Green Thumb committee meeting, we decided to honor a man who has 50 years of service within our community. A man that enjoys gardening, seeing things grow, sharing his produce, plants, and fruits with others. A man who has inspired young people in the field of athletics, planting, and gardening, or as his students say, farming. A man who was asked by his daughter to help her engage her students in gardening, and the recommended person was him, Mr. Mack. After we read Caleb's letter, we had no other choice than to honor Mr. Mack as our adult award recipient. Mr. Mack, Mr. McKinley Haywood, 33 years, City of St. Petersburg employee and water resources, retired. We are so honored that you are part of our Green Thumb Festival, and we are so proud of what you do with the kids at John Hopkins Middle School. What a blessing. Amen. All right.
Well, I have to say something too. First, I want to thank Annette and Ava because they helped us get started. And also, I started this thing out at John Hopkins because I just felt like if kids can put their hands on things and have an incentive, they would do better. But he knew that I couldn't continue this project alone. So he took over and he gets to work before I do. He's there at 7 every day and even on Saturdays. He stays to about 11:30. So if you need some vegetables, come on out.
I'd like to share something with you, what Kevin told me. He came to the garden one morning, he said, the eggplants are ready. I said, no, Kevin, they're not ready yet. He said, yes, they are ready, Mr. Mack. I said, Kevin, I'm the teacher, and you're the student. He said, well, teachers make mistakes. But he comes and he eats a tomato every morning, and he's a sharp kid. When the classes come out to the garden, and you show them around, I tell Kevin, and he take them through the garden and show them everything. And he told me they asked a lot of questions of him. That's what I was telling you before, Kevin. But he's a real sharp kid. I've never seen a kid that sharp before. He knows everything in that garden, and he knows that I told him, Kevin, when you water the garden, the soil will get tight and choke the plant out. He said, well, how is that? I said, because, Kevin, you don't know about this, but when you used to build a house, you would wet the ground before the floor wouldn't crack. So the same thing with the plant. If you water, it packs the dirt, and you have to take a hoe and loosen it up, and you see it flourish. And he's real sharp. And the kids come out. I got a book here where they crop the greens and take them into the classroom, and they cook. And they invite me over when I go and have dinner with them. Yeah. So, and then they come out, and then they let them make the row, and they plant the seeds, and when they come again and the seeds have broke the ground, they think that's amazing. How did that happen? But now we got the kids thinking about something else besides trouble. And as long as you can place something else in their mind, we got it. Because, let me share this with you, and I'll be through. I was in Clearwater. I was coaching youth football, and I was sitting up in the stand, and a guy from Countryside asked me, he said, I saw you take out 5 linemen and put 5 linemen in. He said, you didn't lose anything. He said, how did you do that? I said, because I never told a kid he was second. I coached him all his first, And if you tell a kid he's second, that's what he'll say. My coach said I'm second. So he went back to countryside and he adopted that and he started beating everybody. So, we thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You can now see why he truly deserves the Green Thumb Award. Thank you very much, Farmer Mac. I do want to remind everybody, it would not be, if it was not for our vendors here providing just the most amazing plants and horticulture supplies. Please make sure you visit them. Tell them thank you for coming. It is a long weekend for them, but they do their best to provide us some of the best products to sell here at the Green Thumb Festival. So thank you to all of our vendors. We have our food vendors in the back. Make sure you visit them also. We have our trees. We do discounted trees, only $3, because we want you to plant a tree, all for the Arbor Day. So please make sure you pick up. We've got some free pine seedlings. Please pick up a tree, plant it in your yard or in a friend's yard or somewhere so we can continue to grow our urban forest here in St. Petersburg. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. And come visit us next year, too.